Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are Minnesota.
The holiday weekend is underway. It's game number 2 between the top 2 teams in the Central Division as the Twins and the Royals meet again. Minnesota looking to carve into Kansas City's 3.5-game lead in that division. The pitching matchup has Tommy Milone for the visitors, coming off a brilliant performance at Milwaukee. 6 shutout innings. His ERA on the road still very good at 2.30. Facing the up-and-down Jeremy Guthrie, who comes off a nice win on the road at Oakland for the Kansas City Royals. Welcome inside Kauffman Stadium on an absolutely perfect night for baseball. The holiday celebration certainly underway. And the Twins had something to celebrate last night as young Kyle Gibson turned in maybe his best performance in a Twins uniform. He was rock solid. Got out of a bases-loaded jam in the 4th inning. The Twins then would build a lead, and he would make that lead stand up all the way through 8 innings, 114 pitches, and he kept the goose eggs coming for Paul Molitor's team last night. The Twins will try to build off that great performance by Kyle Gibson, and it's really a part of a trend that we've seen now for the last couple of months. The starting pitching is certainly on a roll. Check out the numbers. The ERA down around 3. Over 90 innings of work. The opponent's batting average at just 261. 11 quality starts in the mix. Certainly right now, if you're a starting pitcher for Minnesota, you feel like you're on a roll, and it's been contagious in that rotation. Can the roll continue when we come back? Dick Kramer, Bert Blyleven, and how Tommy Milone can limit the Royals and keep the starters streaking.
Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. The Twins' starting pitching has been outstanding, among the league's best over the last 3 weeks. Tommy Milone hopes to extend that run of good starts here tonight. Game 2 of a 4-game series with the first place Kansas City Royals. And how lucky are we? It's an absolutely gorgeous night in Kansas City. Got 2 really good baseball teams, Dick and Bert, with you for Game 2. And Tommy Milone has been, frankly, one of the best left-handed starters in the American League lately.
Yeah, when Tommy Milone was sent down to Rochester, it kind of fired him up a little bit. He knew he didn't belong there. He went down and pitched well. And since his return, he has been totally awesome. In all 5 starts, he has not given up more than 2 earned runs in an outing. Over those 5 starts, 2-0, very good earned run average. Now, he's an add-a-subtract type of left-handed pitcher. He likes to work ahead in the count, and that's important to him. But he likes to work in all his pitches, the breaking ball, the changeup. He'll work all 4 corners. And what he's been able to do because of his success, how? Because he's getting first pitch strikes. 80 of 125 batters faced get strike 1.
It's been a long time since Kansas City and Minnesota were leading whatever division they were in. That's what makes this so much fun, and we're looking forward to another good game here tonight in Kansas City.
A brutal ritual. A furious reunion. 19 games that last an entire season. To have a rivalry, you need a rival. For every David, a Goliath. For every Hatfield, a McCoy. Every Danny Tartable, a Bert Blyleven.
The Twins have a share of the American League West title.
Every Alex Gordon needs a Brian Dozier. For every fight, a ring to sell it in.
In order to finish first, somebody's got to finish second.
Gordon going back. That ball is gone.
I hate second.
Love your rivals, because you need someone to beat.
Well, that brought back a memory, that clip of you striking out Frank White. I was announcing that game back in 1987, the final home game of the year that clinched the tie for the American League West title.
Let's hope that these players here can experience that, because that's what you play for. To get to the next level, that's postseason, and then hopefully the World Series.
Paul Molitor saw his team come in here, play a really good ball game last night. So far in July, 2 really good games. They were stymied, the Twins were, by Johnny Cueto and the Reds, losing 2-1 on Wednesday, but winning 2-0 last night. The Menards batting order for the Twins very similar to the lineup last night, with one substantial change. Brian Dozier, Torrey Hunter, Joe Mauer, then Trevor Plouffe, Eddie Rosario, Miguel Sano, Kurt Suzuki, Eduardo Escobar, and Aaron Hicks is back with the club. Shane Robinson has left the club on the family emergency list, and we wish Shane and his family the very, very best.
Our prayers are with them.
And hope that Shane will be able to rejoin the ball club soon. Jeremy Guthrie will make his second start this year against the Twins.
Yeah, for Guthrie, it's his second start against the Twins. He faced the Twins back on April 22nd here. His mound opponent at that time was Mike Pelfrey. And Guthrie lost that ball game 3-0. Pelfrey pitched a great ball game. Guthrie, 9 wins and 4 losses in his career against the Twins.
Northland Ford defense for the Royals. Very good. Gordon, Kane, Rios, the outfielders. Moustakas, Escobar, Infante, and Hosmer. First pitch, hammer to left. Gordon going back, and on a line drive, he catches the first out. Again, Dozier going after the first pitch, hitting it rather smartly for an out.
Boy, every pitcher's goal is to get strike one, and Guthrie no different. He's pitched a lot of innings, almost 1,700 innings, and he knows how to pitch. He has been hurt a couple times this year, but all in all, he's been pretty consistent for the Royals.
Torrey Hunter, the batter. And strike one to Hunter.
Guthrie has all 4 pitches, not the fastball he had when he was with the Orioles, when he first came up in 2004 with the Indians, then the Orioles, where he got most of his playing time. And
living right tonight.
Yep, 2 hard hit balls, but right at the defensive players behind Guthrie here. Torrey, great numbers against Guthrie. Good swing right there, but right at Moustakas at third base. Torrey Hunter came into that at bat, 18 hits and 52 at bats against Guthrie.
3 pitches, 2 outs, and now Mauer will bat.
Joe, good numbers against Jeremy Guthrie. 9 hits and 26 at bats with 3 home runs.
Down and in, ball 1. Joe's average creeping up to 266. Sentence I never thought I would say in my life, but that's the reality. Got down to 250. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Big curveball by Guthrie, a fastball between 88 and 94. Curveball, that big slow curveball, hard slider, and a changeup. He's in his 4th season with the Kansas City Royals.
And now 2-2. Tonight's Cold Hard Facts brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Some very good numbers by a lot of hitters against Jeremy Guthrie. Mauer with 3 home runs against him.
Yeah, opponents hitting 307 off of Guthrie. Left-handers are hitting 339. He's given up 12 home runs, 10 of them the left-handed hitters.
Still 2-2.
So he has struggled against left-handed hitters. Right-handers are hitting 264.
Long look into Perez, and now Guthrie's ready.
Perez sitting middle in.
Full count.
Missing inside.
Plouffe will bat next. Three and 2 to Mauer. And he walked him. The Twins get a couple of line drives for outs, and now Mauer coaxes a walk, and Plouffe will have a chance.
Only the 24th walk for Guthrie, who's in over his career, has averaged about 2.6 walks per 9. That's 24 walks now in 83 innings pitched.
32 walks for Mauer, but 9 of those have been intentional. And here is Plouffe. And a strike.
Guthrie, 36 years old, originally signed by the Indians. Their #1 pick back in 2002 out of Stanford University.
Just outside.
Pitched for the Indians for 3 seasons, then the Orioles. And then he got traded to Colorado and did not like it there very much. And we'll go over some numbers later because they were ugly. But he had to be a happy camper when Kansas City made a trade for him.
Toward the hole, backhanded. And Mauer's forced at second base. Nice play by Escobar. Flipping to Infante to get Mauer and ending the inning. No score. Twins leave a runner aboard in the top of the first. Royal lead to 3.5 games last night. Royals really struggling scoring runs. Here's the Menards batting order for tonight. Alcides Escobar leading off. Mike Moustakas second. Lorenzo Cain, Eric Hosmer, Kendrys Morales. If you kept score last night, just put in the same names because they're out there again tonight.
And that lineup would be facing left-handed Tommy Milone, 28 years old. It's a 3rd start this season for Tommy Milone against the Kansas City Royals. His 10th start overall. And this is his 6th start since coming back, and we showed you in the open how well he has done since his return from Rochester.
Escobar takes outside, ball 1. Royals held to 4 singles last night, and now low 2-0.
Malone coming off a very good start in his last start, that coming last Sunday against the Brewers in Milwaukee. But remember, the first couple innings he threw a lot of pitches trying to find that right release point. And remember, he threw 47 pitches in the first 2 innings, ended up pitching 6 innings through 99. And we've seen this from time to time with Tommy. You know, he's a guy that has to hit the corners. There's a strike right there.
3-1.
And his control actually, I think, gets better as the game goes on, because you'll find that umpire too will say, hey, he's hitting his spots like that right there.
3-2. Escobar, Moustakas, and Cain in the first.
Malone's only walked 18 batters in 54 innings pitched.
Fouled back. I lived in this part of the world for 5 years, so I can speak with some authority. This may be, weather-wise, the best July day in the history of Kansas City, Missouri.
Beautiful.
78 degrees game time temperature. I think the humidity is 7% or something like that. It's just gorgeous. And this ballpark takes a backseat to none. Escobar with a leadoff walk. Northland 4 defense for the Twins. Welcoming back Aaron Hicks to center field. Rosario and Hunter on either side of him. Escobar, Dozier up the middle. Fluke, Bauer, the corner infielders, and Suzuki behind the plate. And Aaron Hicks getting up early this morning. Back with the big league club. The walk to Escobar, just his 11th taken this year in nearly 300 at bats. Here's Moustakas. Low ball one.
Moustakas just 3 hits and 15 at bats against Malone, and there's only been 3 double plays turned behind him. Tommy's more of a fly ball type pitcher. Very good at holding on base runners.
1-1.
Eric Cooper calling balls and strikes behind home plate, an 18-year veteran.
Last night in his first at bat, Moustakas beat the shift with a bunt. Twins aren't shifting him in his first at bat here tonight.
Escobar at first base, 5 stolen bases in 7 attempts.
One and one. And another throw to first. Malone trying to pitch around a leadoff walk. High foul fly, 1-2. Mentioned the Royals are struggling, having lost 4 in a row. The Tigers are struggling today. They designated for assignment Tom Gorzolani, a left-handed reliever, and right-handed reliever Jabba Chamberlain. And now moments ago, Miguel Cabrera left the game with a leg injury. And so Tigers right now at 500. And these 2 teams you're watching right now, the only 2 teams in the division with a winning record. 1-2 to Moustakas. Two and two. Malone with a real good ERA, 3.19. The team ERA for the Twins, 3.89. The American League earned run average, 3.84. So the Twins improvement in the pitching department is improved drastically to the point where they have an average earned run average within the league. Missing inside, now 3-2. Gives you some idea where the pitching staff has been the last 4 years statistically, that they've improved tremendously, but they're, in terms of ERA, middle of the pack. See if Escobar takes off here. He's reached first base with a walk, and now Malone in danger of walking Moustakas.
Again, Malone, very good move to first, and Escobar did not take off.
Dozier with a nice pickup. Escobar will still get second base. Nice play by Dozier, getting Moustakas on the ground ball.
Well, Tommy Malone mentioned his last start coming against the Brewers. He hooked up with Mike Fiers, and it was scoreless after 6 innings. Twins finally took a 1-0 lead in the top of the 7th, and Malone came out of the ball game. Boyer gave up the tying run, and then the Twins ended up losing to the Brewers 5-3 in that game. But a lot of pitches, 99 pitches in the 6 innings because of the first couple innings.
Dozier trying to keep Escobar fairly close at second, and Kane takes a strike on the outside corner.
Kane in his 5th season with the Royals. 4 hits and 16 at bats against Malone with a home run.
That's hit to right field. Hunter coming in, making the catch, out number 2. And that'll bring up Eric Hosmer. Royals losing 4 in a row. They've only scored 6 runs in those 4 games. They've been shut out twice, including last night.
Still good hitting ball club. Only the Tigers have a higher batting average, team batting average. Royals come into today's play hitting .269 as a team. The Tigers .275.
But in terms of runs scored per game, the Royals behind the Twins. So if the Royals are the best team in the league and they're recognized as such, and you follow the Twins, you're saying, okay, now where do we stack up against these guys statistically? Well, offensively, you're right there with the Royals. As we detailed in the pregame show, the starting pitching, you'd have to give the edge to the Twins. The bullpen, you give the edge to the Royals. The biggest separator probably would be defense out in the field, where the Royals are very, very good. 1 strike. And on the outside corner, 2 strikes.
Good fastball, good spot.
Malone looking for win number 5 on the year. And slow breaking ball. Hosmer strikes out. Escobar left at second. Each team gets a walk and leaves a runner aboard in the first. And picking up the win.
Yeah, 114 pitches, and I just see we just showed him. He's still got his right arm on his shoulder. It's awesome. And what a job right there by Gibson. 7 strikeouts, and seemed like his control got better as the game went on. And just an outstanding performance to win a low-running game like the Twins did, a 2-0 win.
We'll see what the Twins can get done here in the second. Some young players, Rosario and Sano, will get things started. First pitch lifted foul, back into the seats. 1 strike.
And since May 1st, Kyle Gibson, and this is what, he was working so hard on this year, because last year the inconsistency, but since May 1st, look at that. That's a long time away. He was right there with some very good names in the American League.
Inside, 1-1.
Rosario has never faced Guthrie.
Thinking about a bunt, and he took it for ball 2. There were 6 bunt attempts, 3 bunt hits in the game last night. And Paul Molitor said he hoped that some of his younger players took note that veterans Moustakas and Hosmer dropped down bunts for hits. Flipped back into the seats again. Danny Santana got a bunt hit for the Twins.
Yeah, you got to like Santana's because he did the same thing that Billy Hamilton did in Cincinnati. You got to pass the pitcher. I don't care what people say. I've been out on that mound. When that ball gets by you, you're in no man's land. You can't beat the guy to first base, and your first baseman, you know, it's a tough ball to defend. This is Moustakas with, you know, we put the shift on and he laid it down. And this bunt right here, you see Young, he's got no chance. And then Hosmer. That put runners at first and second. Gibson worked out of that.
Another 2-2 to Rosario. That's hit to left and down for a hit. And running towards the gap, Rosario digging for two, and he will be in with a double.
Tell you what, for not facing somebody before, and Guthrie's been around the block, he hit a pretty good pitch right here. It looked like a curveball down and away. And Rosario, we have seen how he keeps those hands back, even though his lower body might commit. Just kind of just slapping that ball the other way, almost picking it off the dirt. And that ball hit perfectly right in the gap, and it's a double, a leadoff double for Rosario, his 7th double of the year.
That was a strike 3 pitch to most hitters, and the rookie spanks it to left center for a double. And now here's Sano. Outside, ball 1. Sano 1 for 4 last night in his major league debut, an infield hit, showing off some speed, and that's what we've been told about Sano. Of course, we're watching him for the first time on a regular basis, but he does run better than you might think. Someone as big as he is would be able to run. 1-1. It's a hit that, for instance, Kenny Vargas, the man he replaced on the roster, probably would not have beaten out.
Yeah, down at Double-A Chattanooga this year, 5 stolen bases in 6 attempts, and in his minor league career, 5 minor league seasons, he's got 33 stolen bases, caught 14 times.
To right field and down for a hit. Rosario will be held at third. He's coming through and he will score. Gene Glenn tried to stop him, but Sano drives in his first big league run with a single to right.
Well, Rosario running through a look like a stop sign from Gene Glenn, and scores and puts the Twins up 1-0. So Miguel Sano picked up his first major league hit last night, and in his first at bat picks up his first major league RBI.
First with the foul ball and then with that base hit, hitting the ball to the opposite field, which Sano said he's worked very hard at. And in that situation, of course, you'd like to have the RBI that you got, but if in making it out you ground out to second and advance Rosario to third, it's one of those productive outs that have been missing a lot lately. Suzuki bluffs a bunt and takes a ball. And if he has figured out that at the age of 22 he can drive in as many runs to right field as left field, he won't have much of an adjustment up here, I wouldn't think. Popped up, short left, and Gordon comes in. 1 down.
Let's take a look at Sano's base hit to right field. Rios comes in and gets the one hop, the inside out swing, goes right down that right field line. Rios charges, and he's got really a very good arm, but the throw just toward the infield side. And Rosario, you can see Gene Glenn put up the hand, and maybe he said something too, you know, keep going. Don't know, but it worked out.
Here's Escobar. Double play grounder to the other Escobar, and Fonte to Hosmer. The Twins are done, but the rookies come through. Rosario with a double, Sano with a single. It's 1-0.
Twins now in front 1-0. Aaron Hicks is back from the minors. Shane Robinson out with that family emergency leave. We asked Paul Molitor about it. He said it was a no-brainer. This is my most natural center fielder, a guy that can cover a ton of ground. I got a guy in the mound in Tommy Milone that throws a ton of fly balls, and I got a big, spacious outfield. This guy is a perfect fit for us tonight, and the reports were to Paul Molitor that he's really starting to swing the bat well in his last couple of games down in the minors, so we'll see if he can be an asset defensively for the Twins tonight, guys.
Outside ball one. Thank you, Kevin. Kendrys Morales, the batter. Hicks out there in center field for the first time since we were in Texas, and he had that costly drop of a line drive in the 8th inning. So uncharacteristic for Aaron because he is such a good defensive outfielder. 2-0 to Morales.
Yeah, Morales a switch hitter, hitting .304 as a right-handed hitter. Most of his at-bats coming from the left side. One of his 10 home runs as a right-handed hitter.
Way out in front, 2-1.
Good changeup right there by Milone. And that's what Tommy can do. You know, if it's a fastball situation, you may not get a fastball from Milone. He knows how to pitch. He adds and subtracts very well.
Foul back 2-2.
You throw enough changeups, all of a sudden that fastball's maybe 88, 89. Looks like it's 92, 93.
Two and two. Malone's career one-loss mark is 36-24. 3 wins out of every 5 decisions. Proving the point that he does know how to pitch. He was a good pitcher with the A's. And this year he's been a good pitcher for the Twins. He's just struck out Morales. 1 away.
Made him chase a pitch out of the zone, almost like a little screwball, and Milone picks up his 2nd strikeout.
Join us July 11th, the DQ Sensational Saturday. It's 1 week from tomorrow. The Twins hosting the Tigers. And the first 10,000 fans get a Phil Hughes bobblehead presented by Greenworks Cleaners. Go to twinsbaseball.com/tickets to get your tickets today in the Kansas City.
It'll look a lot like that.
No, bobbleheads never look like the people they are supposed to look like.
I don't know. I think Phil Hughes has a bobblehead type head.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, yeah. He'll look good. Yep. Look at that. Yeah, perfect. Perfect bobblehead.
That'll be the next thing. They'll have a bobblehead of a baseball player who will spit.
I hope not.
2 strikes to Gordon. There's an interesting thing in the Kansas City paper today about how bobbleheads are just the craze here in Kansas City. You know, for years they'd give away 15,000 bobbleheads, and they were handing them out 2 at a time to the fans because they weren't drawing many fans. And now the fans are clamoring for bobbleheads of the current Royals. This is the envy, I guess, of every sports franchise. The players are beloved now by this community. And Gordon strikes out. 3 straight strikeouts for Milone.
And another great crowd here tonight. And Gordon chasing a pitch down and away. Good fastball, great location.
Salvador Perez will bat next. You know, it used to be the tickets sold to Twins fans were the lifeblood of this Kansas City organization. I mean, they literally sold about as many tickets to Twins fans in the games here than they did Royals fans. Now it's just frosting on the cake. They're very well supported by the fan base here now.
Yeah, it looks like standing room only here tonight. This place is packed.
1 strike from Milone to Perez. And now a ball. There's some of the standing room tickets. Just outside 2-1. Milone came to the Twins last year for Sam Fuld. Fuld still with Oakland. Two and 1. And a fastball right down the middle. 90 miles per hour. He reached back for that.
Yeah, that's about tops for Tommy. This may be a 75-mile-an-hour breaking ball.
Chopper to short.
Went back to the fastball.
Escobar digs it out, throws, and a 1-2-3 second inning for Tommy Milone, including a couple of strikeouts. Malone, Sanford Health injury report. Carlos Beltran put on the 15-day disabled list with a left oblique injury. Modest numbers for Beltran, and the Yankees will miss their veteran.
What about that American League Eastern Division? There are 4 teams with 42 wins apiece.
If you're the Red Sox, you don't dare throw in the towel. You're only 6 games out.
Yeah, that's it. Look at Boston.
Aaron Hicks takes strike 1. Boston has no more business throwing in the towel than the Tigers do. They're 6 games back. The Pirates are 6 games behind the Cardinals. They're not giving up. Hicks scalds one, foul by about 3-4 feet. 2 strikes to Hicks, leading off the 3rd inning. Twins have just had a terrible time keeping center fielders healthy. For last year, we mentioned Sam Fold and Aaron Hicks, and within hours of one another, they each suffered concussions in center field. And then this year, Jordan Schaefer was out there, and then he suffered a knee injury. Hicks was out there, the forearm injury. Buxton with the thumb. 1-2. So for right now, the job is Aaron Hicks, and it's, I think, of great comfort to Paul Molitor to have a center fielder out in center field. Tap foul. The rotation in center field has impacted the infield because the Twins were so desperate for some help in center field that their starting shortstop Danny Santana's played a few games out there. And then you create another rotation in the infield. That's hit to center and hit fairly well, but within range for Kane. 1 away.
Yeah, a lot of room out there. 410 feet straight away center.
1 down, back to the top of the order, and Brian Dozier. Dozier lined out to the left fielder Gordon his first time up. Guthrie's overall numbers not very good, 6-5 with an ERA of 5.68, but you have to allow for the fact that he had one of those awful outings.
As a starter, that's a nightmare. The one in New York.
In New York.
Yeah.
Now it's in New York, so you can imagine the struggles he has against left-handers were made even worse there. A lot of home runs. He pitched 1 inning and gave up 11 earned runs.
He gave up 8 in the first, went out to say, okay, it can't be that bad. I'm going to keep my club in the game, and gave up 3 more just like that. Yeah, he gave up 4 home runs in that outing. 11 earned runs. That hurts. I don't care if you're a starter or if you're a reliever, forget it. Your ERA will never come down. But as a starter, at least you got a chance to work on it throughout the summer. Get that baby back down.
Dribbler right side. Infante will have to hurry. Makes a fine play to get Dozier out number 2.
Yeah, nice play by Infante. The only thing he could do is what he did, and that's to barehand it. We saw Brian Dozier, who hit the ball, do this many times. And Infante, very solid second baseman. Been doing it a long time. Comes in. Quick flip over to Hosmer for the second out.
2 down, and now Torrey Hunter. He had a liner to Moustakas his first time up.
Yeah, Guthrie, since he has been a Royal, he got out of Denver very quickly. But since he's a Royal, he's 39-31 win-loss record. Pretty good. 8 games over 500. ERA just over 4.
Guthrie was not a good fit in Colorado. Jonathan Sanchez wasn't a good fit here in Kansas City. So the 2 organizations said, hey, look, you take the left-hander, we'll take the right-hander, maybe something good will happen. And it has here in Kansas City.
Well, Guthrie's given up a lot of home runs over his career, and that's what he fell into in Colorado. He gave up 14 home runs in 7 starts he had at Coors Field. He had an ERA at 9.5. I know I would have loved pitching in that place. I remember talking to Jeremy about that when he first came over a couple of years ago in 2012, and no, he was very happy to get out of there.
1 and 2. Well, we were there last year, and what strikes you, because we've been there a few times now, it's all the space in the outfield. The home run, sure, but there's so many guys on base because the outfield is just immense.
Right.
Popped up, straight up in the air, and Perez makes the catch. And just enough room to make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 third. Presented by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By NorthlandFord.com and your local Northland Ford dealer. And by Grand Casino. The best stories start here. Beautiful night in Kansas City. Royals still haven't scored against the Twins. 4 singles last night. Nothing yet against Tommy Milone. Pitch outside to Alex Rios, who in his career is 1 for 14 against Milone. 1-0. It'll be Rios, Infante, and Escobar. 1-1.
Yeah, Rios just having a tough time getting it going. Now, he missed 7 weeks when J.R. Graham fractured his left hand on a pitch in Minnesota in the middle of April.
That's a foul ball. Plouffe with a backhanded pickup. Time now for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag NorthDataStrongFan, and you might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. 3 strikeouts already for Malone. A leadoff walk in the first. And Rios lays off the breaking ball, 2-2.
Yeah, season high 8 strikeouts for Malone. That came in Texas against the Rangers.
And a drive to center, a solid single. Rios with a leadoff single in the third, and that'll bring up Infante.
That ball left down and in, and Rios just dropping the barrel of a bat right on it, hit it sharply into center field. Good swing right there by Rios.
Infante led off the 8th inning with a single just like that last night. He'll hit here with Rios aboard and nobody out. Rios either will be voted in as the starter at second base for the All-Star game, or he won't.
Infante, yeah.
What did I say?
Yeah, Rios.
Oh, no, I meant Infante.
Yeah,
the voting's closed, so it's either happened by now or it hasn't. And in Infante's case, if he's not the starter, he won't be going at all. 1 strike. Nice pick by Suzuki, 1-1.
Well, Infante had made 1. He has made 1 All-Star appearance, and that's when he was with the Braves in 2010. Scrappy player, 14 years. He's been playing at this level with the Tigers, the Braves, the Marlins, and now in his 2nd season with Kansas City.
Line to Plouffe, looks across. Rios is back, 1 away. Couple of well hit balls here in the third, but a runner at first, 1 out for Escobar. Escobar walked, got as far as second base in the first inning.
Now, Rios at first base, 4 stolen bases. Again, he hasn't, got on a lot because that average at 217. But over his career, he has 248 stolen bases in his career.
Fouled away, 1 strike. Runs are hard to come by all around baseball these days. Mets are really struggling. And the Royals going through a bit of a struggle now, too, in terms of producing runs. Phillies can't seem to score runs. Rays. That's a little looper, and that's going to die in very short left field. Rios pulls in at second base. First and second, 1 down for Mike Moustakas.
Yeah, Escobar just fought that pitch off. Hit it shortly in the left. So 2nd hit of the inning, 2nd hit for the Royals.
Moustakas hit a ground ball to Dozier his first time up. hit into 6 double play grounders.
Moustakas coming into the game. He is 6th in the American League in hitting at .308.
Down low because he has used the whole field. He already has about twice as many hits to left field as he had all of last year. One and 0 to Moustakas. One and 1. He actually has more hits to the opposite field than to right field. Last year he had a total of 17 hits to left field all year long. Just missed the corner. 2-1.
Oh, he's a guy that, I think the Royals were expecting maybe to hit for power, and then something happened last year in September and also in the postseason. He just started driving the ball the other way, had a lot of success, and he's carried it into this year. Hit only .212 last year during the regular season.
3-1. And in Moustakas' case, it took about 2,000 major league at-bats for things to click.
Well, #1 pick by the Royals in 2007. Second pick overall in that draft. First pick in that draft, a guy named David Price.
3-1 to Moustakas. 3-2. Moustakas with just under 300 at bats and only 34 strikeouts. So another thing he's done well is put the ball in play. But that's what most of the Royals hitters do. They don't strike out as much as most teams. Malone would like to pick up a strikeout here with 2 men on. Bouncer right side. Dozier fires to second. They get the force there. On a close play. Good play by Dozier. 2 away.
I tell you what, Brian has really mastered that pop-up type of ground ball hit to him. He pops up quickly, gets the force out at second base. Second time in this game, Brian has asked to go to his left and make this type play. You saw him slide almost by the time he caught the ball. He already slid, pops up, makes a good throw to Escobar, and no relay.
On that angle, it looked like Escobar might have had a chance of getting that double play. You can see Altuve marginally ahead of Dozier in terms of fielding percentage. Here's Kane, tying run at third, 2 away. Inside, ball 1. Kane with a fly to Hunter his first time up.
And that's one thing I've noticed. Tommy does a good job of Malone. He will pitch right-handers inside hard. That just tells that hitter, don't be leaning out for that changeup away if I throw that. And from time to time, he will repeat that back in.
Base hit to tie the game. Kane reached across the plate, line to single, and it's 1 apiece, and the Royals finally score on the Twins.
Yeah, Kane with his 34th run batted in. As Rio scores a tying run.
3 singles in the inning.
Good 2-out hitting. That ball down. You see Kane leaning out over the plate and hits it sharply in the left field.
And now Hosmer. Hosmer struck out his first time up. Strike 1. Say the Royals don't strike out much, yet it looks as if they stay healthy, they'll have 4 players with over 100 strikeouts. Kane, Gordon, Hosmer, and Morales. Pop foul, 2 strikes. Most teams now have at least one guy that will strike out about 150 times a year, and the Royals shouldn't have that.
Yeah, you know what? Strikeouts aren't. It's part of the game now. You know, guys don't choke up anymore. They're up there swinging for 3 pitches. Hard.
Royals with the fewest strikeouts in the American League, and there's a pitch up. Just contrasted. Coming into the game, the Royals have only struck out 450 times. The Houston Astros, whom they just played, coming into play today, have struck out 754 times. More than 300 more strikeouts than the Royals.
Swing hard in case you hit it.
And they do that.
Yes, they do.
Both. They swing hard, and occasionally they hit it over the fence. Down and away, and it's 2-2. The Twins right in the middle of the pack in terms of strikeouts, 577. Again, the whole point is to score runs, and marginally the Twins are ranked higher than the Royals in that category about halfway through the season. 2-2 to Hosmer. Second really good save by Kurt Suzuki this inning.
Yeah, it looked like Malone dropped down a little bit, and that big sweeping breaking ball has Suzuki going into the right-hand hitter's batter's box to keep it in front of him.
Full count, 2 down. The runners will leave. Moustakas from second, Kane from first. Tapper right side. Dozier has the play. Royals get 3 singles in 1 inning to score a run. We're tied at 1. And Joe Mauer will lead off the 4th when we come back. As we head to the 4th inning, in honor of this 4th of July weekend, Fox Sports proudly supports Folds of Honor and its mission of providing educational scholarships to families of military members who have been killed or disabled while serving our country. For more information, visit foxsportssupports.com. Joe Mauer leads off the 4th. He'll be followed by Plouffe and then Rosario. Somebody gets on base. Sano will hit this inning. And Mauer takes a strike. Drew a 2-out walk in the first. Twins with just 2 hits, but they came consecutively from Rosario and Sano to score a run in the second. Fouled over by the Twins dugout. 2 strikes. And over the left shoulder of Aaron Hicks. Oh, and 2. Guthrie to Mauer. That's hit to left, and Gordon back. And for the 240th time over the last 3 years, Joe Mauer has flown out to Alex Gordon. 1 down. Carsoup.com trivia question. What's the major league record for most saves without a blown save before the All-Star break? Glenn Perkins is approaching it. 1 down. Trevor Plouffe will hit. Plouffe grounded out to short. Grounded into a force play, hitting the ball to Escobar. Breaking ball over strike 1. In his last start, Guthrie picked up his 1,000th strikeout. That's a lot of strikeouts. You had what, 3,700 something?
Yep. And one. And the one was the hardest. The last one.
I always remember when I worked games with Harmon Killebrew, he said one of the most common questions he was asked was how it felt to hit his last home run against the Twins. And he said, well, he's pretty indifferent about it because he didn't know it was going to be his last home run. 2-1. Tapper to third and foul.
The thing about Guthrie, he's always been pretty steady. He hasn't spent a lot of time on a disabled list. 5 seasons he's pitched 200 innings or more. Last couple years with the Royals, 200 plus innings.
Foul
and
away.
you can pitch 200, but what do you get out of those 200? But you're getting a guy last year won 13 ball games in his first full season for the Royals. In 2013, he won 15. It's always the Orioles ace when he was there in Baltimore from 2007 to 2011. It's always the guy that always, wouldn't miss a start. Never really had a good win-loss record there. But sneaks that fastball by him, and for Guthrie, picks up his first strikeout. Trevor definitely looking for something else. Ball's pretty much right down the heart of the plate. After all the breaking balls and off-speed pitches, Trevor takes the fastball.
2 down, and now Rosario took a breaking ball and slapped it to the gap in left center field for a leadoff double in the second. He later scored on Sano's single. Strike called. And now 2 strikes.
Got to note that in the 2 years that Guthrie and James Shields were here as teammates, Guthrie actually had 28 wins to Shields' 27. Thank you, John.
1-2. The backstop, 2-2.
Guthrie making his 264th start, his 291st game. He has 89 wins, 105 losses. Career ERA at 4.3.
And Rosario strikes out. Guthrie now is set down 8 men in a row.
developing a lot of confidence as he gets deeper into the season right now. He's got confidence in his breaking ball. He's got confidence in his changeup. He's locating the fastball to both sides of the plate with confidence. And, he's working hard at his job. In between starts, the guy's one of my best workers. He's low maintenance. He gets after it. He does what he has to do. Tommy doesn't take anything for granted. He's working very hard, and I'm thrilled to death with the success he's been showing lately.
A guy who in back-to-back years for Oakland won double digits, 13-10 one year, 12-9 the next. Here's a drive to right. Hunter back, going back. It's over his head. And Morales will go to second. And Morales on the first pitch drives it over the head of the Twins right fielder for a double.
After Morales' 21st double, Malone struck him out in the second inning. Here he just got that fastball, got underneath it, drove it over the head of Torrey Hunter. Morales putting together a very solid year in his first season with the Royals.
And now Gordon has struck out his first time. Royals got a leadoff single and then backed it up with a couple of other singles in the third. Now a leadoff double in the fourth. On the outside corner. So in those first 2 years with Oakland, Malone won a combined 25 and 19 with an ERA of right around 4. Fouled away, 2 strikes. Two to Alex Gordon. Missed outside.
Malone, a left-handed pitcher that works off that first base side of the rubber, and maybe a reason that lefties are hitting only 175 off of him. Kind of steps across his body a little bit.
Breaking ball. Gordon did a nice job getting a piece of it.
Trying to keep Morales at second. Maybe a strikeout. He struck out Gordon in the second inning.
1-2.
Again, same pitch. Same pitch. Gordon unable to make contact with that big breaking ball. So a big strikeout for Tommy Malone, getting Gordon for the second time and his 4th of the game.
A lot of break to that pitch. Look, I mean, that broke diagonally. Looked like 3 or 4 feet.
Well, pitching is about planes and angles, and if you're over on the third base side, and I never could understand why lefties stand over there, when you step across your body like Tommy does, it's got to be hard for a lefty to stay in there sometimes.
Perez takes low, ball 1.
You saw how Gordon went after it, like I'm just okay. Hopefully I can foul it off like I did the previous pitch, and he'll maybe hang one for me. But Tommy did not.
Foul back, 1-1.
A little different, right-handers are hitting 284 off of Malone. That's why it's important for him to pitch inside. We saw Kane last inning go down and get that ball after a pitch inside. Sometimes you have to repeat inside to show him that, don't be leaning on him.
All 4 Kansas City hits tonight are from right-handed batters, and called strike inside 1-2, and Perez doesn't like it.
Well, Malone's got that little cutter.
Perez said the same thing 3 or 4 times to Eric Cooper, but it wasn't said in anger so much as in mystery, wondering where it was. 1-2 to Salvador Perez on another strikeout on another breaking ball.
Well, again, the importance of Malone to get ahead in the count. He can throw that breaking ball, and it's a good one. It's got a nice tight break to it, and you see the downward break. So Perez, thinking that he's going to make contact, swings right through it. So strikeout number 5.
And now Rios, who started the third with a solid single to center and eventually scored the lone Kansas City run. One and 0.
Change up missing low. Rios came over to the Royals from the Rangers, a career .278 hitter. This is his 12th major league season.
Pulled foul. 1-1.
Originally signed by the Toronto Blue Jays, their #1 pick in 1999 out of Puerto Rico. 19th pick overall. Had some good years with the Blue Jays when he first came up. He was an all-star back in 2006, 2007. Then went over to Chicago, then Texas, now here in Kansas City.
On the inside corner, 1-2. Royals signed Rios because Torrey Hunter signed with the Twins. Royals were after Hunter to take over in right field. Torrey wanted to come back to Minnesota, so the Royals ended up with Rios. Nice block by Suzuki, and it's important for this situation because Morales is at second, and it might take a Rios double to score him. He doesn't run well at all. So you keep him at second base, and you might eventually save yourself a run. 2-2 to Rios. That's hit to left. And Rosario had to freeze in his tracks and make the catch on the line drive, heading to the 5th in a tie game, and Miguel Sano will lead things off.
Undeniable. It plays in batting practice, but he knows how to carry it into games. A lot of times you see guys that can hit the ball a mile in batting practice but never shows up. So he has learned how to apply the giftedness in the power category and put it into play during games that matter.
Very strong. I've seen him hit long home runs that are just you go, wow. And I've seen a lot of home runs. And he hits them, and he hits the ball hard. He hits the ball like
hits it off the fence. And it won't be a home run. It will be a leadoff double. He's got 3 straight hits.
Well, his first extra base hit for the Twins. And he hit that ball maybe about 3 or 4 or 5 feet from just at that 387 mark. Look at the uppercut swing.
That may have had topspin on it. That's how hard he hit it. And it still nearly cleared the fence.
It's a terrible sound of that wood. Hit about halfway up that wall. But sharply hit. So Sano 2 for 2 with his first big league double.
Royals didn't do anything with their leadoff double in the bottom of the 4th. We'll see what the Twins do with theirs in the 5th. Suzuki hit a fly ball to left his first time up.
Yeah, we saw Kurt try to bunt last night. He got the ball down but did not advance the runner.
Strike called.
Moustakas in on at third is Hosmer. Now backpedaling a little bit at first.
Blocked by Perez. 1-1. Wow. Left home plate at 104.3 miles per hour.
And see the big man too, at 260, still can motor out of that box.
1-1 to Suzuki. Sano jersey already. Fouled away 1-2. Games generally are much more low scoring these days and closer. A lot of 1 and 2 run ball games. And so you get in situations like this. And the reason we saw so many bunts last night, it just changes everything. If you have a successful bunt, some people don't believe the bunt is worth the out that you give up, but it would bring the infield in here.
If your team's not scoring a lot of runs, that's it. And Suzuki's trying to advance Sano right here, but with 2 strikes you have to hit for yourself.
But if Suzuki accomplishes nothing more than getting Sano to third base, well, then the Royals bring the infield in. That makes Escobar a better hitter.
Been saying it for weeks that they have to play small ball sometimes until you have a type of month they had in May when everything went their way.
Driven to the right field corner, chased by Rios, and no catch.
Ouch.
And Rios is a little wounded.
Yeah, he banged into that wall hard.
Ball left right at the point of contact.
That ball ricocheting off the wall into Rios.
I think I know why he's doubled over. He took the carom in a bad spot.
You see the loose dirt too down the I don't know if it's his knees or something else.
I think it's something else.
Yeah. Trainer goes out and Ned Yost is out there and makes sure his right fielder's okay.
And Ned probably saying, you know what, I was a former catcher. That happened to me all the time. Suzuki nearly accomplished getting Sano over to third on a foul fly. Rios will stay in the game. Just looked like the carom off the sidewall hit Rios in a bad spot. Sano still at second, nobody out. Still 1-2 to the batter. pulled sharply, but right at Moustakas, who throws across, one away. Anibal Sanchez took a no-hitter into the 8th inning against the top-scoring team in the game. And the Blue Jays broke up the no-hitter in the 8th.
Boy, there have been, almost 2 no-hitters. A lot of them.
First 3 games.
Taking them deep into the ball games.
First 3 games of the Cleveland-Tampa Bay series, the Indian starters had perfect games through 5 innings in the first 3 games.
Right.
Here's Escobar, and he takes ball 1. Escobar wrapped into an inning-ending double play in the 2nd. Now we'll see if the shortstop can deliver a big hit like he did in his final at bat last night. Hit a triple to right center field to double the Twins' lead to 2-0. Off-speed pitch, 2-0. Swing and a miss, and a healthy swing at that. Fouled away. 2-2.
Jeremy Guthrie making his 8th start here at Kauffman Stadium this year. He's 2-2 with a 3.95 ERA, and he struggled early on. Over his last 4 starts here at Kauffman Stadium, 2-0 with a 1.88 earned run average. So pitching a lot better at home as of late.
2-2 to Escobar. And now 3-2 with Aaron Hicks on deck. Chopped off the plate.
Oh, it's going to be tough.
And Hosmer does a nice job making a catch and keeping Sano from scoring. Guthrie with a throw up the line, and Escobar will get an infield hit. 1st and 3rd, 1 away.
Yeah, Guthrie had to barehand it and then wheel and throw, and Hosmer, the Gold Glove winner over there, made a great play. That ball gets over his glove. Rios has to get it, and Sano scores. Hosmer reaching over Escobar, able to get the ball in his glove.
An RBI spot for Aaron Hicks, and boy, does he want to come through here. It has been a very frustrating year for Aaron in the run batted in department. 2 on, 1 out. So far this year, counting the 2 runners that are out there right now, Hicks has come to the plate with 55 men on base, and he has driven in 1. His only runs batted in have come on a 2-run home run. This would be a good spot to pick up that pace. Fly ball left field, deep enough to score Sano. A fly ball, and the throw going to second, and Hicks gets the job done, and the Twins are back in front.
Yeah, that home run coming off of Rick Porcello, that back in the late May. So Aaron Hicks picking up a big RBI as the Twins take a 2-1 lead. His 3rd RBI of the year.
Good for Hicks, good for Sano. Just to get the schneid off his back. Hicks with a fly ball putting the Twins in front. And now Brian Dozier. Dozier with a liner to left, and then on a check swing in the 3rd inning, he bounced out to Infante, who made a nice play. Check swing and a called strike. breaking ball lifted foul over the Kansas City dugout. Brian on this road trip has gotten some mistake pitches over the inner half of the plate, but first the Brewers and the Reds, now the Royals working him away. Popped up left side of the infield. Escobar wants it. Twins do something with their leadoff double. Sano comes around to score, and it's 2-1. Twins in front 2-1. Even though the Royals have sold a lot of tickets this year, still room for Twins fans, and those are our Mountain Dew Twins fans of the game.
Yeah, kids enjoying the game. Whatever's in that helmet, they're enjoying that.
Omar Infante takes ball one, leading off the fifth inning. Dick Bramer, Bert Blylev, and Kevin Gorg with you from Kansas City. A little kind of a scary moment before the game. I'd like to think that I helped save your life.
Why? What happened?
Well, he asked me for a needle, and
I had a little thorn that got into my finger, and I pulled it out. I appreciate that.
But those things can become infected, and strike 3-1. I don't think my role in that process was insignificant at all.
No, I appreciate you had the needle. We got it, though. We got it.
Liner to center, and Infante has a leadoff hit in the sixth, and the Royals have had their leadoff man on in every inning but one.
It has not really been easy for Tommy Milone, but he's worked out of some situations like the leadoff double to Morales last inning, and now he's got Infante at first base with nobody out. Royals' fifth hit off of Milone.
Escobar has reached twice, a leadoff walk in the first and then a single in the third.
And the pitch count right now, 77 pitches for Milone.
Squaring the bunt and taking low, ball one.
Pretty good trade the Royals made with Milwaukee when they traded Zach Greinke to get Escobar and Kane. Escobar, a guy that's out there almost every day.
There's a bunt, and Malone turns and fires on target to Mauer. They'll give Escobar credit for a sacrifice, advancing Infante to scoring position, 1 away.
Well, the bunt right here, a little more difficult for a left-handed pitcher because Malone, you see, has to turn and spin and throw. And he's only maybe, what, 30 feet from Joe Mauer, so you want to make sure that you hit his glove.
It's almost like you almost get into a rhythm, don't you? I mean, you pick up the ball, you spin, and here is Moustakas tying run at second, 1 away. Just off the outside corner.
For Escobar, that is his 5th sacrifice on the season.
The Royals hope that they have an extended run at or near the top of the division like the Twins did not that long ago, and a couple of big trades helped the Twins. You were talking about getting Escobar and Kane over from the Brewers. The Twins traded Chuck Knobloch, and that landed them a couple of cornerstone players to start a run of division championships. Bouncer right side. Dozier has it. 2 down with Infante going to third. Twins ended up getting Christian Guzman and Eric Milton, and then the Pierzynski trade to San Francisco. Got a bundle including Liriano and Nathan and Booth Bonzer.
Yeah, don't forget about Booth.
Yeah. And so you know, for the Royals and Twins to contend, you've got to draft and develop players. But even with that philosophy, trades can be instrumental to getting your team over the top, extending a run that might otherwise be short-lived. Here's Kane tying run at third and 2 down. Down and away, ball 1.
And when you sign somebody like Infante, they signed him to I believe a 5-year contract. You hope that that player pans out and is on the field almost daily, and Infante is.
Two and 0. Another left-handed batter. Hosmer's on deck. Continuing the pattern. All 5 Kansas City hits have come from right-handed batters.
Well, this is where, you know, if I'm pitching, if I'm Tommy Malone, I just bust him hard in. You have first base open, you fall behind. You got to throw hard in because he wants to do exactly that right there. He's looking dead red to make it a 3-2 ball game.
Didn't they come inside and Kane muscled it into left field for the RBI base hit?
I'm going more in. Even if I walk him, I may maybe set him up for his next at bat. I don't want this guy to knock in the tying run right here. I'd rather face a left-hander if I'm Tommy Malone in Hosmer than this guy.
Popped up, back, and out of play.
And that pitch was inside, so that got it a little bit further than the one that Kane got the base hit.
Well, he struck out Perez, a right-handed batter, with a curveball in the dirt.
To me, this guy's a lunger. He wants to lunge, and maybe that's why he gets hit a little bit too often, because he's kind of a lunger, diver, if you want to call it that.
Two and 2. Missed the inside corner, a full count.
And back inside. If you miss for Tommy Malone, you miss inside. That's exactly what he did right there. Kane wants to swing the bat. Let's see what they want to do right here. Maybe that hard breaking ball just on the other side of the plate.
Down the line, foul by 3 feet.
Yeah. He almost was looking in to open up quickly, and that's what he did. Going hard curveball right here.
And a hook foul again.
He left it up a little bit. Guarantee you throw that baby on the other side of the home plate, he will swing. He wants to knock in the run. Very aggressive at the plate. And as a pitcher, you can use that to your advantage. And Suzuki may be going out to talk to him about that.
Does he have enough fastball to come in with a letter high fastball and get a swing and a miss?
I would go two things. He's got a really good screwball type changeup down and away. Make him chase it. If I walk him, I walk him. Or throw that curveball. I don't think I would throw him a fastball here. Because he already showed that fastball that he lined just foul that he's opening up quickly.
Couple of 2-strike fouls for Kane and a full count. Malone trying to strand Infante at third.
See what they decide right here. Kane's asking for time. Saw Suzuki put down 2. Means curveball. You see Kane, he wants to swing the bat. That was probably ball 4 right there.
Three 2-strike fouls for Lorenzo Kane.
Something inside hard. Little cutter, breaking ball. Tried the fastball in.
Into the Twins radio booth and back out. Oh my.
I believe that went right over Corey Probus's head. And Dan Gladden.
Wow. Four 2-strike fouls.
Good battle here. He tried the fastball. Suzuki sitting outer half.
And he walked him.
Just missed with a fastball. That's a good at bat by Kane. That's a good job by Malone, trying to make him hit a pitch out of the strike zone.
The 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup Finals here, and it's a rematch. 4 years in the making. Alex Morgan and Team USA take on defending champion Japan to see who will be crowned a champion. Coverage begins Sunday at 4 p.m. Central. Only on your local Fox station and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Enjoy a full Sunday of sports action. Twins Royals starting at 12:30 here on Fox Sports North. And then the World Cup starting at 4 on Fox. Big at bat now here for Eric Hosmer, who has struck out and tapped to second. Strike one. We've given you Malone's excellence against left-handed batters. Hosmer has done well against lefties, coming into the game hitting .274. That's to left, right at Rosario, and for the second inning in a row, Rosario catches a line drive to end the inning.
Good job by Malone, though.
Torrey Hunter will lead off the 6th when we return to Kansas City.
I picked that guy right there, but you were all hereby circled.
Burt Reynolds, Burt from Sesame Street, and Burt Convey.
Wow. And Twin fans, don't forget at Twin home games you bring signs, just something just like that. You may find yourself in the Minnesota Lottery Winner's Circle, where you could win $100 worth of lottery scratch-off tickets, courtesy of the Minnesota Lottery. Great sign.
Burt Convey. Tommy Malone's pitched out of a couple of jams, 5 innings pitched, just 1 run allowed. Now Torrey Hunter leading off the Twins' 6th, and he takes strike 1. Hunter, Mauer, and Plouffe against Jeremy Guthrie. Check swing, and they'll appeal. Nope, 1-1.
Now, Twins have 4 hits, but they've been timely hits. 2 hits in the second inning that created a run, and then a couple hits last inning off of Jeremy Guthrie.
Popped up behind second base. Infante leaving it for Kane. 1 away. We'll bring up Mauer. After tonight, 2 more games played here in Kansas City, and then the Twins go into the All-Star break with a week of home games. The Orioles and Tigers come into town. Anibal Sanchez took a no-hitter into the 8th, gave up a hit, a few base runners, left the ball game. Entered the inning with a no-hitter and an 8-0 lead, and it's 8-6, and there's Blue Jays are still hitting in the 8th inning. Strike 1 to Mauer. Joe with a walk and a fly ball to the left. Tigers dispatching a couple of veteran relievers and bringing up some young guys from the farm club. There's strike 2. To Mauer. Squirted. It came up on Moustakas, but he stayed with it. And then Mauer got his foot on the bag. Probably ruled a hit for Mauer. Moustakas had a tough play to begin with, but then that last hop skipped up on him, and somehow he caught it.
Yeah, what a great job by Moustakas fielding the ball, but then throws the ball high to Hosmer at first base. Great play right here. Watch this ball hit sharply. It came up right there. Moustakas sets and throws. And you can see that Hosmer leaped as high as he could, a 6'5" frame. And Mauer getting his foot on the bag.
Give Moustakas an error, which I agree with, but I'm not accustomed to seeing true official scoring like that.
Well, he had, even though he made that hop, I mean, made a great play. Right. You saw him get set and had time to make a good throw, and the throw was high.
Yeah, Mauer's on base because of a bad throw. That should be an error, but you don't see that type of calls against the home team very often. Popped up right side, and Infante out into the outfield grass. Out number 2. That'll bring up Rosario. Slug your way to the Home Run Derby crown. Master the free award-winning game millions are playing. Action-packed, insanely fun. Great American Ballpark, home of the 2015 All-Star Game with 2015 Home Run Derby participants. Download MLB.com Home Run Derby on the App Store and Google Play. Here's Rosario, a double, a run scored, and a strikeout. Trying to take advantage of the Kansas City error. And Rosario takes outside. Foul back, 1-1. fouled away again.
We saw a well-pitched game last night. We're seeing a well-pitched game by both sides here tonight. Guthrie at 83 pitches, 58 strikes. 1 walk, a couple strikeouts. Tommy Milone, 5 very good innings. Just the pitch count is high.
Fouled back. Kyle Gibson with 8 shutout innings last night. Given the confidence of his manager and pitching coach to pitch through the 7th, through the 8th, even though there were runners on base in the 8th, and Gibson got the job done. They're foul back to the screen.
Well, I like what Paul Molitor said about the 8th inning, that I believe Kane was up, and he said, you know, you're still throwing the ball well. He likes to sinker against Kane because in case he hit into a ground ball, it's a double play.
Another 1-2 to Rosario. And another foul ball.
I remember he struck out Kane, and then even Kyle said, I was a little surprised they were going to let me face Eric Hosmer, and he ended up getting Hosmer to ground out to complete 8 shutout innings. And that's what you want your starters to do late in a ball game, is find a way to, for them, if their pitch count's okay, is to work out of it and have that bullpen start an inning rather than having to come in during an inning.
Rosario waits in the off-speed pitch and lifts a pop-up into short right center field, and Infante can't make the play. Bauer's going to be held at third. That ball was in the air a long time, and Infante didn't have a whole lot of help from his outfield. It's a second Kansas City error.
I believe he was waiting for Kane or Rios to maybe call him off. It's a slow curveball hit high over second base. Infante goes back. Okay, somebody help me. And the ball just dropped right there. So the second error of the inning puts runners at the corners.
And Sano will have a chance with 2 men aboard. He drove in the first Twins run with a single, led off the 5th with a double, and scored the second Twins run. He was ready for a mid-90s fastball and fouled it away.
Well, Sano, a double and led off the second inning. That's the RBI single, and then the double that led off the 5th inning.
1 strike to Sano. And strike 2. Another mid-90s fastball.
And I think Sano thought that was high.
Rosario goes, and Sano swings through a 95-mile-per-hour heater. They came right at him with 3 fastballs to strike him out. Is presented by Toyota. See where Toyota takes you. Test drive one at your Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. By Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine for the everyday competitor in all of us. And by McDonald's. Have bold for breakfast with the new chorizo burrito from McDonald's. So far in July, the Twins have lost 2-1, 1-2-0. Now they're leading 2-1. Miguel Sano striking out, leaving a couple of men on base. Kendrys Morales takes ball one.
Credit Jeremy Guthrie because he found a little extra right here. Probably the hardest pitch he threw all night, but that's exactly where Perez was sitting. He wanted that high fastball on Sano, and what'd you say, 95 miles an hour? He found that a little extra and picked up the big strikeout.
First fastball 94, next two at 95.
Yep.
Now the gun seems to be a little hot here in Kansas City. We saw Tommy Milone at 91. 1-1 to Morales on the ground, scooped up by Escobar. One down.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy's pitching a great game. It's just, again, the pitch count for him that gets high. Last outing, 6 shutout innings against the Brewers, 99 pitches. And right now, Milone at 97 pitches, 59 strikes.
Gordon struck out twice. The 3 left-handed batters for the Royals are 0 for 8 against Tommy Milone tonight, meaning Moustakas, Hosmer, and Gordon. Hold foul, 1 strike.
Gordon, a couple strikeouts. The strikeout in the 4th inning was a big strikeout because Morales led that inning off with a double, and Morales stayed there. Then he struck out Perez.
0-2.
He's had a couple innings, 24 pitches in the 3rd, 22 pitches in the 5th, and 99 pitches right now. Ryan Presley warming up.
Up and away. Through the first 2 series of the year, each team had 3 wins, and the Royals came to Minnesota and swept the Twins in a 3-game series. And now 2-2. Of course, the Twins would like to respond similarly here in this 4-game series by winning the series. Off to a good start with the 2-0 win last night. 3-2. Perez on deck.
And he laid off that breaking ball. That's the breaking ball that struck him out in his first 2 at-bats.
To left. Rosario back. Makes the catch on the track.
What a way to track that ball right there. That was a Alex Gordon type of route.
Slicing line drive from the left-handed batter.
Tell you what, I mean, he went back. Gordon, he hit this ball a lot further, and I think Rosario thought at the beginning, and then he kind of kicked it in another gear right there and caught up to that ball. Nice running catch by Rosario.
2 down, and now Perez. Fouled away, 1 strike. Royals have 9 hits in this series through almost 15 innings now. 8 singles and a double.
Let's keep it at that.
Soft line drive to Dozier and a 1-2-3-6 for Tommy Milone. Twins in front.
All right, you got to love another pitcher's duel right here. It was Sano driving in Rosario for the Twins' first run. That coming in the second inning. And then Sano in his second at-bat. In the fifth, a double, his first extra base hit. Later scored on Aaron Hicks' sacrifice fly. And for the Royals, it was Kane that drove in the run in the third inning off of Tommy Milone. There's a sacrifice fly that scored Sano. That in the fifth inning. And Tommy Milone, season high 105 pitches, but another great performance. 6 innings, only 1 run allowed.
Suzuki, Escobar, and Hicks, with Guthrie out there at least starting the 7th inning. Breaking ball over, strike 1. Suzuki with a fly to left and a ground ball to third. Yeah. 0-2. Chris Young, a hard luck loser last night. Guthrie's pitched well enough to win here tonight. To work a little bit harder than he should have in the 6th inning. We'll see if the Twins can make him work hard in the 7th.
He covered up the couple errors that his defense had last inning by striking out Sano. And Guthrie, for the 9th time in 16 starts, has worked at least 6 innings. His longest outing, 7 1/3 this year, came in Detroit in a 6-2 win.
A little bit different situation for Guthrie, and he's not of the caliber of James Shields, who was in his free agent year last year. Guthrie might very well find himself in Kansas City's price range after this year. There's no reason that Kansas City couldn't bring him back. Seems to like it here, has had some success here. Realizes the grass isn't always greener. This ball hit to right field, and Rios with the catch, 1 away.
You get to postseason, you feel part of that organization, and you know he started Game 7, if I remember right, in the World Series. Guthrie did. I'll have to make sure that he did. Yes, he did. So you have that taste of wanting to go back to postseason.
And a year ago, I think everyone was convinced that James Shields was gone. There was no way, once he hit the free agent market, that the Royals could compete with the offers, plural, that would be coming in. He ended up going to San Diego. 1-0. Escobar with an infield hit his last time up, and he takes up high 2-0. And this year, the free agent pitching class will include David Price, Hosmer picks it up hip high and feeds Guthrie 2 down.
Nice feed by Wolf.
Now they're saying Guthrie missed the base and Escobar will reach. Should be the 3rd Kansas City error. Now Guthrie's nodding in the dugout, which means he I think is convinced he did touch the base. Lance Barksdale, the umpire, said he missed it. But now Guthrie is going to the mound. He missed it. Guthrie's up. He's engaged the rubber. But the Royals have asked for a challenge.
Well, did his toe touch the front part of that bag?
Paul Molitor's got his cap off, and you can imagine why he might be scratching his head on this, because Guthrie walked to the mound, and of course the batter, I guess, wasn't in the box, and I think we determined earlier both components have to be in place before a challenge can be forfeited.
Yeah, it's really hard to see what they're showing back on the big screen and what we've shown you, whether his right toe touched the bag.
Oh, it sure looks like it did.
Well, it looked right there. It looked like he did, the one they showed here.
But Lance Barksdale, the umpire, was about 15 feet away, looking right down at the base.
closer and you see his foot hitting the bag. Just the toe of his right shoe. Take a look right here. Right there at the corner. And they do call him out.
It is an out call. And of course, it was a similar play that eventually led to replay coming into existence in the first place. The Galarraga perfect game with Jim Joyce making the improper call with the pitcher covering first, getting the feed from Miguel Cabrera. 2 down here in the 7th, and now Aaron Hicks will hit with the bases empty. Pop up behind third. Escobar racing out there, and Gordon coming in to put it away. A 1-2-3 7th for Guthrie. He's been very good tonight, but he trails 2-1. For you to tweet your strongest fan photo, use hashtag #NorthDataStrongFan. And you might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. And the Twins got 6 effective innings from Tommy Milone, and now they'll turn it over to the bullpen, starting with Blaine Boyer.
Yeah, Boyer making his 38th relief appearance. He came in relief of Milone in Milwaukee when Milone had the 1-0 lead, and Boyer gave up the 1 run to tie it. I know he wants to totally redeem himself here. Boyer's done a good job out of that bullpen.
He'll face Rios, Infante, and Escobar, 3 right-handed batters.
He has shown he's not a strikeout type of reliever like the Royals had. 17 strikeouts in 36 1/3 innings. Good control.
Ball 1. And Boyer again carrying reverse splits. Right-handers have been much more effective against him than the left-handers. Almost double the batting average as lefties. Excuse me, roller to second. Dozier has an easy play for the first out. And that'll bring up Infante. I've asked you this before. First, to talk about this for a second. Join us July 7th for Celebrate Diversity Day, presented by Prairie Island Indian Community. The first 10,000 fans get a Twins drawstring backpack courtesy of Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Go to twinsbaseball.com/tickets and get your tickets today. The numbers are so stark. Boyer giving up a 176 batting average to lefties and a 314 to righties. Why would that be?
It could be breaking balls that he's leaving up. Lefties, maybe the sinker better away. Combination of a lot of things. It goes sometimes year to year. That's a pretty good pitch right there. Called a ball. Falling behind on some righties and then having to come in.
Fonte's hit the ball hard twice tonight, lining out to Plouffe and then singling, leading off the 5th. Right down the middle. Well, the Twins would like to give the Royals some of their own medicine. Twins have the lead going to the 7th, and the Royals, of course, have excelled in games like this over the years with Herrera, Davis, Holland. Again, matching some other guys in there. Twins needing to get 9 outs from the bullpen. That's hit to left center field, and Hicks lopes after it. 2 down.
This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC. 2 up, 2 down. Good job by Boyer so far.
And now Escobar. Escobar with a walk, a single, and then a sacrifice bunt in the 5th. The 7th bunt in this series already. 6 of them last night. Up and in, ball 1. To Sharp. 2 down, 3 down, I should say. A 1, 2, 3, 7th, a quick bottom of the 7th for Blaine Boyer. How costly the win. Miguel Cabrera came out of the game with a left calf injury, and so we'll wait and see whether he misses any time.
He doesn't miss much time. I'll tell you, he will play hurt.
He had surgery on the right ankle during the offseason, but now the left one forced him to come out of the game. Brian Dozier will lead off the 8th here against Jeremy Guthrie. And Dozier fouling it just over our heads.
Again, a lot of
things go over our heads, and there isn't much that is beneath us.
Well, that was pitch number 100 for Guthrie. Most he's thrown in a game, 105 this year.
Strike called, and it's 0-2. Dozier unhappy with Eric Cooper's strike call. Brian's had a kind of a frustrating go of it here over the last couple of games, particularly against Kansas City. Still hitless in the series. 1-2.
Well, you mentioned in his last at bat, I mean, pitchers have made mistakes. Brian, he's all over that pitch inside. They're trying to pitch him hard away. Watch Perez, see if he sits away right here, which he does. He creeps the outer half of the plate. Ball up in the zone.
Guthrie left one in a danger zone.
Well, he did in his last at bat that Brian popped up to Escobar at short. Brian, that's a pitch we've seen Brian drive. So maybe Guthrie will make another mistake here.
Full foul. Two and two. Twins would love to get their leadoff man on when they've done that. It's been doubles, but when they've done that, they've scored. Rosario with a leadoff double in the second. He scored. Sano a leadoff double in the fifth, and he scored. And now 3-2. Hunter on deck. Popped up. And backing out of play. Wednesday it was Trevor May and Johnny Cueto. Nice pitchers duel last night. Kyle Gibson picking up the win for the Twins. And another well-pitched game here tonight. Dozier swings and misses. And a strikeout to start the eighth. We'll bring up Hunter. Dozier's deck is back this year, August 29th. A special offer including a Skyline deck ticket and a Dozier Blaze Orange and Camo jersey t-shirt. Portion of the proceeds from every ticket will benefit Pheasants Forever. Call 833-TWINS or visit twinsbaseball.com/Dozier's deck to get your tickets today. Hunter swings and misses, one strike.
Yeah, with the strikeout of Dozier, Guthrie with his fourth strikeout in the ball game.
Two strikes. Hunter hitless tonight.
Yeah, top four hitters for the Twins.
Yeah.
Hitless.
Rosario with a hit, Sano with two, Escobar with one. That's been it. But as Bert mentioned before, the Twins have bunched those hits together. A couple innings with a pair of hits and a pair of runs. And that's up the middle and through for a hit. Hunter's aboard with a one-out single. That'll bring up Mauer.
And that'll also bring out Ned Yost. Well, he fought off a pitch up in the zone. Torrey does pick up a hit. Sweet high fastball. Perez wanted it away. Ball left up. Torrey fought it off into center field. Great job by Jeremy Guthrie here tonight.
He comes off, having gotten 22 outs, leaving with the Twins up by a run and a man aboard. Become a Twins season ticket holder with the new Pick 10 plan. Pick 10 games against the opponents you want to see defeated and save off the box office price. Enjoy sweet spot benefits exclusive to Twins season ticket holders, including 10% off game day food and merchandise at Target Field. Learn more about package options. Visit twinsbaseball.com/pick10 or simply call 612-33-TWINS.
Well, you knew going into this season they had some great arms out of that bullpen already, and they've added some. Of course, Luke Hochevar coming back from surgery, but here's a guy that right here, Ryan Madson, that signed a minor league contract with the Royals back in January. They didn't know what he was going to do. He coming off the Tommy John surgery, and he's putting together a good year, making his 33rd relief appearance, only 18 hits allowed in 31 1/3 innings pitched.
Under chase back to the bag. Mauer's reached twice, once on a walk, once on an error.
And like all the relievers out there, Madson averaging a strikeout an inning.
Strike down and away. If you're looking for a double, it's probably not going to come to left or left center. If Joe's going to get a double, he's almost got to pull the ball to the right center field gap or down the line. Gordon has incredible range in left field, and so too Kane, and they are both choking off left field and the line and the left center field gap.
Yeah, Madson, he throws hard, 90 to 94 miles an hour with a hard slider, and keeping an eye on Torrey at first base. Torrey 1 stolen base in 4 attempts.
Tried to steal home on Guthrie the first time they faced Guthrie, and was thrown out. Strike 2 to Mauer. And Madson came inside. Mauer squirted it foul.
Madson, 34 years old, 9 years with the Phillies. Last year played a little independent ball. Again, coming off that Tommy John surgery.
And target was up high. Madson hit the target. Mauer checked his swing. 2-2.
You know, a couple guys. Madson, you'd wonder if your career is done. He comes back tomorrow. Joe Blanton is a guy that basically his career was, they didn't know he got released by the Angels, released by Oakland. Now he's in their starting rotation. We just saw Blaine Boyer, who left the game for a while. Now he's back again.
And Mauer strikes out on a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. 2 down. That'll bring up Plouffe.
And straight over the top.
Plouffe 0 for 3. Ground ball, a strikeout, and a pop-up.
That's a Royals bullpen coming in with a 2.07 combined earned run average.
Popped up short right, and Rios jogs in. And it'll be a 1-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Driving in one, scoring the other. And now Casey Fiend will try to keep this a 2-1 ball game.
Casey Fiend, he's coming in for the 23rd time. 23 2/3 innings, 22 hits allowed, only a couple walks with 14 strikeouts. Couple wins out of the bullpen, 3 losses.
His ERA ballooned up to 3.8 because he had an outing where he faced 4 batters. They all scored, and it all started with a leadoff walk. Just his second walk this year. Moustakas will lead things off. Fox Tracks presented by Carrier, and there's strike 1.
And that's that curveball that Casey Fiend's been trying to add to his repertoire. Of course, he has that cut fastball. So he gets strike 1 on the breaking ball.
Well, to the backstop, 1-1.
Fiend missed about a month when he was on a disabled list with that right shoulder strain. He pitched good in the month of June, other than that outing in Milwaukee where he gave up the two-run home runs.
1-1 to Moustakas. High fly left center field. Hicks is over. Rosario's over. Hicks calling for it. 1 down. And that'll bring up Kane. Kane on the night. 1 for 2 with a walk. His single in the 3rd drove in the lone Kansas City run.
Tell you what, he had a good at bat in the 5th inning off of Malone, and Malone, I thought, pitched him well, even though he walked him. Kane had a couple pitches to hit, but hooked him foul.
A bunt up the line, foul.
Not a bad try right there by Kane.
Trying to take advantage of playing Plouffe playing back. Yeah.
Right.
Twins in no doubles defense in the outfield. You may have guessed that on Moustakas' fairly deep fly ball. All Hicks had to do was cut across and make the catch. Up the middle and through for a base hit. 3rd time in a row that Kane has reached.
That's another pitch that's down and away, and Kane, again, he's that type of hitter. He's a diver. He wants to swing. Take a look where this pitch is right here. Down, too much of the plate. Suzuki wanted it away, and Kane picks up his second hit.
Hosmer, who's 0 for 3, hit the ball hard his last time up with 2 on and 2 out. He slashed a liner to Rosario in left to end the 5th inning. Inside corner and strike 1.
Derek Hosmer, good numbers against Fiend. 3 hits in 6 at-bats. Got a double and a triple against him.
There goes Kane. Suzuki's throw. Not in time. And the Tide runs in scoring position.
Well, Kane brings a lot with him to the ballpark, and some of that is speed. His 16th stolen base in 19 attempts. He's a little slow getting up. He got a very good jump off of Casey Fiend. The throw, 1 hop to Escobar. So Kane gets into scoring position with 1 out.
One and one with the tying run at second. On the ground, Dozier to Mauer, and Kane to third base with 2 away. By sending Kane, the Royals find themselves in a situation with a runner at third instead of a runner at first. That ground ball was too slow to turn a double play, but the Twins would have been able to get Kane at second.
Yeah. Now you got one of the most dangerous hitters for the Royals up right here, Morales, leading the club with 50 runs batted in.
Royals have scored tonight, but they've also gone 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Fiend will go after Morales here. Ball 1.
Morales 1 for 3 against Casey Fiend. And that one being a single.
On the outside corner at 93. Just missed the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Too far from where the second pitch of the at bat was.
Yeah, those two last pitches were the four-seam fastball that just missed. 3 and 4 about the same, or 2 and 3.
2-1. Loop towards left and down for a hit. The Royals have tied it. And Morales has driven in his 51st run. Kane comes in from third base. And the value of the stolen base.
Now Casey Fiend, little pitch by pitch, missed low. Then got the call. A strike 1-1. Went back out there again, a little bit outside. And then Morales just inside out swing. Picks up Kane at third base. We got a 2-2 game.
Dyson pinch running for Morales. 2 away, and Gordon the batter. Expect Dyson to take off here and take off early in the at bat. Dyson entered the game in a similar juncture last night and stole a base.
Had 9 stolen bases in 10 attempts.
Outside a ball. And Suzuki out to chat with Fiend. Quick trip to the mound. Maybe. You'd know better than I as part of the message here. Here, look, let's get the batter. We got 2 outs.
Yeah.
If we get the batter, Dyson can't score.
Well, 2 things. I got a feeling Dyson's lead, Casey Fiend could throw strikes. So maybe a little pitch out right here. No, he didn't go.
Fly ball right center field. And Hicks wants it and catches it. The Royals tie it up in the bottom of the 8th. And we head to the 9th, 2-2. out of the ninth, tied at 2. Greg Holland pitching for the Royals. He'll face Rosario, Sano, and Suzuki.
As he did last night when he threw 16 pitches, 12 for strikes, also gave up a run. Rosario hit a ball back to him. Holland only 11 hits allowed, and the Twins were able to get 2 in 1 inning last night against him. Scored a run, made it a 2-0 lead. The final score 2-0.
1-1. Off the plate. Now, Holland has had some health issues. He had a strained pectoral muscle, was on the disabled list. He's issued a dozen walks in 21 innings. He's given up more walks than hits, which is not a good sign for a closer.
Basically fastball, slider, and a changeup.
2-1. And a strike call, 2-2.
Fastball at 94.
Rosario with a leadoff double in the second. He scored on Sano's single. Since then, a strikeout, and he reached on a pop-up dropped in center field by Infante. Struck him out. And Rosario is a strikeout victim to start the ninth.
Well, believe it or not, this is a slider. It looks like a forkball. The bottom just drops out of it. Perez keeping it in front of him and then tagging out Rosario for the first out.
Miguel Sano got his first major league hit against Holland. It was a number that traveled about 50 feet in front of Moustakas, but Sano hustled down the line, got his hit, and eventually scored an insurance run for the Twins. Today, he's hit 2 balls hard for a single and a double. That slider called for a strike.
Perez sitting outside again.
Half swing, good to go. They don't even appeal. 1-1.
Remember last time up in the final out of the 6th inning with Guthrie on the mound, how they wanted to pitch him up in the zone. Now wait till 2 strikes if it gets that far. Another slider that almost backs up, almost like a screwball slider. So now let's see if Perez wants that fastball up.
1-2 to Sano.
He wants a slider again.
Struck him out. 2 down.
That's a nasty pitch. Bottom just drops out of it.
Comparison I've made before. Toronto Blue Jays had a overpowering starter, Juan Guzman, who had the same thing. Everybody thought it was a splitter, but it was a slider that bit straight down. Here is Suzuki with 2 gone and the base is empty. High and tight. Suzuki, and if he reaches, then Escobar, who hit the RBI triple against Holland in the 9th last night. Glenn Perkins if the Twins take the lead, Ryan Presley if they don't. At least that's how I imagine Paul Molitor will work the bullpen. 1-1.
Holland at 5'10", about 195, gets tremendous drive off of that pitching rubber. Left shoulder opens up quickly. His windup almost throwing his chest at the hitter. Opens up very quickly.
Hit to right. Chased by Rios, and he makes the catch in the gap. 3 up, 3 down for the Twins in the top of the 9th. Soup.com trivia question involving consecutive saves converted before the All-Star break. But Joe Nathan, Eric Gagne,
31 for 31. Ryan Presley coming in to start the bottom of the 9th inning, making his 26th relief appearance. He last pitched on Monday in Cincinnati for a couple innings.
Salvador Perez, Alex Rios, Omar Infante, 3 right-handed batters. Perez 0 for 3. Rios 1 for 3. Infante 1 for 3 tonight. Get a sense, a small sense of what it was like here in late October when the Royals had playoff games and they had so many close games like this in the late innings. Perez bounces the first pitch foul. Tomorrow night it's the 4th of July, and what's next? Mike Pelfrey pitched some pretty good ball games against the Royals. We'll go against Joe Blanton. It's our Century Link what's next. 1 strike to Salvador Perez, and now a ball. Back. Twins have been relying very heavily on the right-handed relief corps. We haven't seen much of Brian Dunsing or Aaron Thompson. They warmed up but not come into the games, and this is a situation that begs for the right-handers with Perez, Rios, and Infante, all right-handed batters. Escobar behind those 3, also a right-handed batter. That's hit to short center. Aaron Hicks coming in, and he won't get there. It's a pop fly single, and the Royals are picking up some of the softest hits. And a leadoff hit, just a little chip shot into center for a leadoff single.
Call a little doink right off the end of the bat, but Perez just fought it off and hit it into short center field.
Royals already used their pinch running specialist Dyson in the 8th. So Perez will be left there at first. He doesn't run particularly well. Alex Rios at the plate. Down low, ball 1. Rios singled and scored in the 3rd. Missing the outside corner, 2-0.
Ryan with a good fastball, good curveball, hex him a slider and a changeup. Keep an eye on Perez. Don't let him take that walking lead. I'm having a conversation with Joe right now. There's a good breaking ball for a strike.
Rios buckled, and it's a called strike, 2-1.
Rios, I'm sure, looking fastball. Suzuki caught that like maybe he was crossed up.
Pass Bluth to the left. Perez to second, and he'll hold up there. And the 9th inning starts with a pair of hits. And now Infante more likely will be asked to bunt.
Rios, who had been struggling, picks up his 2nd hit. Got the count in his favor. Did get the fastball. And with Trevor Plouffe guarding the line, hit to the left of Trevor in the left field.
Coleman just called up. He's making his major league debut as a pinch runner. Coleman now running for Perez.
Christian Colon, the utility infielder, sent down before the game. Dusty Coleman getting called up.
Twins had Plouffe playing toward the third base bag, and so Rios' hot ground ball, which Could have been 2, of course, if Plouffe had been able to stab it instead as a single. Here's Infante in a bunting situation. Ball 1.
Infante on the year does not have a sacrifice.
That time the Twins had Plouffe charging. Escobar covering the third base bag. Need to get an out here, and it would help them greatly if they could get the lead runner.
And Ryan has to pull a strike. Get it out. Plouffe again charging.
A buck to Mauer. He'll tag Infante. And everybody moves up. Second and third, 1 down.
That's the only play Joe had right there.
Now the Twins will have to bring the infield in, the outfield in, and Escobar at the plate. Escobar not a high strikeout guy. 33 of them in 278 at bats.
And they're going to go ahead and walk Escobar, maybe because of that. What you were talking about, more of a contact type hitter, and take their chances with Moustakas.
Twins have Aaron Thompson warming up. Of course, Escobar's run means nothing.
Well, what it does mean, a force out at every base.
But of course, it also means that either Presley or Thompson's got to throw strikes to Moustakas. There's no place to put him. So a pair of singles now, an intentional walk, 1 out. And Moustakas, who is 0 for 4.
And we'll see if Paul Molitor is going to make the pitching change to bring in the left-hander.
We'll talk to Eric Cooper first.
Maybe do a double switch here.
Santana is going to take a position on the field, and they're going to bring in Aaron Thompson, but we may have 5 infielders here. I think that's going to be the call. Torrey Hunter's coming in, and I think Paul's going to have 5 infielders to try to get the Twins out of this situation. So Hunter comes off the field with Presley, and Thompson comes into the game. Hunter taken out of the game. It's a 5 infield alignment if the Twins survive this 9th inning, and if they continue to play on, then Santana can move to the outfield. But right now he's an infielder. He'll take over on the left side of the infield. Escobar lined up the middle. Rosario's in left center. Hicks is in right center, and Aaron Thompson's on the mound.
Yeah, Thompson making his 39th relief appearance. 16 strikeouts in 30 1/3 innings, 11 walks, 2 intentional.
Infield in, outfield in. And there's only 2 men out there. Strike 1.
Moustakas 0 for 2 against Thompson.
Dug out by Suzuki, 1-1. Twins pulling out all the stops, trying to force extra innings. Plouffe way off the line at third base now. Strike 2. After strike 1, Trevor Plouffe moved well off the line at third base. So they're giving the line, and they've got 5 guys in a very short amount of territory. 1-2 to Moustakas. To right field. Hicks with the catch. Here comes a throw home. And now they've got the runner hung up between third and home. He is out. And Coleman stopped halfway down the line in his major league debut. And the Twins survive the threat in the bottom of the 9th. We'll go to a 10th inning. Pinch runner Coleman virtually stopped about 2/3 of the way between third and home.
His major league debut, I'm sure he goes back to tag up. Aaron Hicks makes a throw home, and then Coleman, I guess, deciding that he was not going to make it, he heads back to third and is tagged out right there by Joe Mauer. Take a look at Coleman. He goes back, tags up, and then hustles, and then kind of stops, and he's in no man's land right there. Definitely a mistake in his major league debut.
He slowed down once and then stopped after that.
Nobody feels worse than Coleman right there. It's embarrassing, but welcome to the big leagues.
Moustakas ends up flying out into a double play. He didn't hit the ball deep enough to score the run. That wasn't a particularly good throw by Aaron Hicks, but now Wade Davis comes out of the Kansas City pen to pitch to the Twins in the 10th.
Well, the throw was good enough to make him stop.
But it was over in the left-handed batter's box off the plate.
Well, Davis coming into the ballgame, he has been lights out of that bullpen, making his 35th relief appearance. Only 16 hits allowed in 34 innings.
One stinking run allowed in 34 innings. Two and one to Escobar. Got the big triple against Holland in the 9th inning last night. Hicks and Dozier will follow. Then remember, Hunter's out of the game, so then it would be Danny Santana. A high fly to short right. One down.
Well, let's look at Dusty Coleman again in his major league debut. Pinch running. He goes back. Tags up. Now, I don't know if the third base coach said something to him right there, but it just looked like a lost chicken.
I was going to say a scared rabbit, but I like your description better. Here's Hicks. 3 outfield flies, one of them driving in a run. A lost chicken.
Yeah, we used to have chickens growing up.
Yeah, they run like that?
Oh, yeah, all over the place. Until my dad got hold of them, and then they'd really run. We'd eat them that night.
2-0 to Hicks. Twins with a run in the second, one in the fifth. Haven't done anything against the Kansas City bullpen. First Madsen, then Holland. And now Davis, 6 up, 6 down. Two and one. Interesting note in the Twins press notes. On this date in 2010, Jim Thome hit career home runs 573 and 574 at Target Field against Tampa Bay, both off Wade Davis.
I think that's the last time he gave up a home
Might
run.
very well be. Chopped, foul. Drew Butera in the game.
Yeah, Davis has a string where he has not allowed a home run over 116 now in the third innings, dating back to September 4th of 2013.
And Thome got him twice in one game. Royals have used their whole bench, all 3 men. Twins still have Herman and Nunez. Inside, now 3-2. Twins appreciate that Aaron Hicks has been a little more aggressive at the plate, but part of his game has been the ability to draw walks. He simply has not drawn many of them. 6 on the season in nearly 100 at bats. There's a chopper, and Butera, that's a foul ball.
Well, you play it out until the umpire calls it, and Butera reached up for it. And home plate umpire Eric Cooper said it was foul.
Extra innings presented by Jack Link's Beef Jerky all season long. Jack Link's Beef Jerky, feed your wild side. Not sure where Hicks fouled that ball, how it could have spun even close to fair territory. Looked like it hit well behind the plate. Would love to get Hicks' speed aboard through a hit or a walk. Another 3-2. Foul away. Just arrived at the ballpark today, called up Shane Robinson with a family situation that needs his attention. Robinson will be away anywhere from 3 to 7 days on the family emergency list. Three 2-strike fouls for Hicks in this at bat. And another one, and that one is going to be painful.
Yeah, Davis has that little cutter, and that's what came in on Hicks right there that he beat into his foot.
Hicks still trying to walk it off. One out. Twins looking for a base runner here in the 10th. The ground picked up by Infante. 2 down. And that'll bring up Dozier. Dozier hitless in the series. Hit the ball hard his first time up on the first pitch of the game. He lined out to Gordon and left. And Dozier 3 hits and 8 at bats. All the hits singles against Davis. Just off the outside corner, ball 1. And a breaking ball taken for a strike.
Yeah, Davis at 6'5". You know, he was a starter when he was with the Tampa Bay Rays. Came over in the James Shield trade with him. They started him a couple years ago. Didn't really work out. They put him in a bullpen and they found a pot of gold.
Missing that down and away corner again. 2-1.
This guy has been lights out. Last year, 71 relief appearances. No home runs allowed, only 38 hits in 72 innings. He's repeating it again this year.
3-1, depending on what happens with the Royals and the starting assignments for the All-Star game. There's a scenario out there that Davis, who belongs in the All-Star game, might not be picked because the Royals will have a glut of starters in the game. It would be hard for another reserve player to be selected. 3-1 to Dozier. And now 3-2. How long has it been since Davis has given up a home run?
September of 2013. It's unbelievable. Almost 117 innings pitched.
Line to Moustakas. Davis, like Holland, a 1-2-3 inning. fly ball to right, and the runner stopped between third and home, and it ended up being a rather unusual way to end an inning, but the Twins survived to the 10th inning, and Thompson will start the 10th facing Lorenzo Cain. Cain with a couple of hits, a stolen base, a walk. Aaron Hicks is now in right field for the Twins, with Danny Santana taking over in center.
Yeah, it was Cain that scored the tying run in the 8th inning on the RBI single by Morales.
Thompson's really having a tough time getting the right-handed batters out, and Cain jumps all over the first pitch and whacks a double. He got Moustakas out, but righties are hitting over 300 against Aaron Thompson, and it's a leadoff double, and here we go again.
Well, again, it's a pitch looked like it was down in the zone, and Cain, who loves to swing the bat, take a look. Fastball about thigh-high, inner half, and Cain gets it sharply into that corner. His 3rd hit of the ball game, his 16th double.
Last night we saw Eric Hosmer bunt for a hit. He may bunt for a sacrifice here. Both cleanup batters in the game last night ended up bunting. Plouffe in on the edge of the grass at third, the right side of the infield playing back. Thompson very good against lefties. Needs to get Hosmer here and keeping Cain at second base. 1 strike.
Well, one thing you have is Morales out of the ball game with Dyson, who ran for him.
One strike. 2 strikes. Thompson against lefties, 49 at bats, a sub 200 batting average, but only 10 strikeouts. This is not a pitch to contact situation unless Hosmer pops it up. Big strikeout, 1 away.
Almost the same pitch that Tommy Malone struck him out on in the 1st inning. Good hard breaking ball down and away. And Thompson picks up a strikeout for the 1st out.
It looked like you missed that by a foot. 1 down, and now another left-handed batter, Dyson. And if he can be gotten, then another lefty, Alex Gordon. Ball 1. Dyson only 91 at bats on the year. 17 of them against lefties. He's got 5 hits, a couple of doubles. At the knees. Suzuki, and now Cain will go to third base. A breaking ball in the dirt that Suzuki couldn't block. And now here we go again with the infield in and the outfield in.
Yeah, Thompson staying with that breaking ball, and Suzuki.
That hit the plate?
Yeah, just on the other side of the plate, but Kurt's got to turn that glove around.
Yep.
Tried to reach for it rather than turn the glove around, and the ball ricocheted off his glove and got behind him. Kurt got time to turn that glove around. Instead, he tried to pick it.
We saw Perez do that a couple of times last night. So the infield in, the outfield in. 2-1 to Dyson. Squeeze play, and Kane came down the line as Plouffe was coming in, and there was nobody to guard third base. Plouffe charging in to defend the bunt.
Yeah, this is a safety squeeze right here. You can see Kane can run with Plouffe, and then when the bunt was not laid down, got back safely.
And now 3-1 to Dyson. Chopped to Mauer. He'll come home. Safe at the plate. Kane scores, and Paul Molitor may review it. We'll see whether this celebration is premature.
Now they want to look at it.
This could be one of the oddest reviews given what's happening on the field. The Royals celebrating as if they won. It's a very close play. Let's take a look.
Well, Mauer comes in quickly, gets it on that short hop, and then the quick feed.
It looks like his hand got in there.
And a good slide by Kane going. Look how far he got out. Looks like he got that hand on the plate before Suzuki could reach and get him.
And the fans here continue the celebration because it sure looks as if the Royals won the game. And the Twins already trudging off the field based on the replay showing up on the big board. They're not even waiting for the umpires to get the official ruling from New York. The Royals are setting up post-game interviews. And I fear for what might happen to this ballpark and the fans in it if they reverse the call.
I'll take another look. Kane's left hand sweeps across the plate.
There's really no definitive proof that Suzuki ever even put the tag on. Game over. And so the Twins and Royals in another close ball game. This one going to the home team.
You know what, Dick? With that new rule, Suzuki had to be in front of the plate. Normally, he might have been able to block the plate. But with the new rules, he had to go get the ball and then make the sweep. Good slide by Kane.
3 games in July, Anthony LaPanta, and they've all been very close and fun to watch. The Twins come up a run short in extras here tonight.